Good. So the impact of digital transformation on service management. So if you see, there are three things it takes care of. The first one, right? So value. Our aim is to deliver value to our consumer. Question is, how do we deliver value in a digital era where maybe adoption or adaptation of certain digital practices would give the much sought after value that the consumer was looking for? So maybe that's a great idea. So service management would make us think. Moving on. Right. So if you see supply chain, it's not enough for us to decide the value. In order to generate that value, we need to ensure internally we are hugely dependent. In a digital environment, guys, think about it. In today's world, many systems and applications, etc., are taken by you on rent, maybe on cloud or something. You are not even using. Many technology pieces are brought in by various vendors. Dependencies run amok. You are dependent not only on internal teams, you are also dependent on loads of external vendors and so on. In that kind of a hugely dependent environment, if you want to maintain, you need to maintain the relations, the controls, the handshakes. So the supply chain becomes very crucial. And who can manage this? Service management. What could be the typical practices like SIAM, SIAM? You must have heard. SIAM can help immensely by creating these supply chain connections and making sure they are managed for a digital era. Works great. Moving on, and that's not also enough. So there is a third piece called contribution of individual capabilities. So every group that you see. So how do you deliver value? For that, you need to know what does the consumer think as value, and then translate that into your objectives or your organizational outcomes. Once that is done, you need to then identify what is the supply chain like, right? You need to understand what are the handshakes we have, where are the things that are dropping, like HR, admin, do we have a handshake arranged? Then once that is done, third thing is for you to also study every group. So HR services, admin services, you need to identify those services, see how that is laid out, identify and make sure that you contribute to create a situation where they are participating in the overall output and not, overall outcome and not only the output. So these are three dependencies that you have on service management, and that's where people like you and me will do great. Continuing.